ATN News.
Rita Tinina, thank you. Listen, there's an opinion poll that was released today. It focuses on members of parliament, specifically in Nairobi, and the fact that a good number of them will not make it come August 8th to be re-elected. Noah Otieno is in studio with me. Noah, what are we looking at?
Well, Linda, it is not just about the members of parliament in the Nairobi region, it's also about the race
I love
for
how you say
governorship.
parliament. Okay.
Oh, my dear Linda. Also the governorship race and the race for the Senate docket in Nairobi. Now, this might not be much of a surprise, although this will be for Jubilee members, because this gentleman here is having a lot of problems inside Jubilee, especially with his aspirations for Nairobi governorship. He claims that Jubilee is favoring this gentleman here. But this gentleman is only doing 20% according to the opinion poll released by Infotrack today. So Kidero, favorite to win the Nairobi governorship if the elections were held today, according to Infotrack poll. Sonko at 23% and Peter Kenneth a third at 20%. But there are others in this race. Let us see the next.
Yeah, I was just about to ask about the rest of the guys.
They are there. There's the Bishop, Margaret Wanjiru. This is not exactly 9%. It's 0.9%, less than 1%. This is 0.7%.
0 points.
Yes, less than 1%. This is 0.6%, less than 1%. So
basically for the gubernatorial race, you're looking at Sonko,
it might be
you're looking at
a three-horse
Kidero.
race,
Okay.
depending on what happens. But then this gentleman, again, might confuse you, seeing him here after seeing him in the Nairobi race. But this is the race for the Senate. This is especially because most of the people who are polled, the 800 people who are polled by Infotrack, still think of him as the senator for Nairobi. Therefore, people believe he might still be on the ballot for the Senate. But he has stated that he wants to be governor. So
yeah, because in the interest of clarity,
yes,
he has actually made it clear that he wants to be the governor.
And that's why you saw what you saw in those in that story by Rita Tinina.
Okay.
But still, he's here. And if he were to run for the Senate, according to those respondents, they say this is the most favorite to win the Senate race. But if this guy is not in the race, then this gentleman might be the next best candidate. This is Johnson Sakaja, currently nominated MP in Jubilee. Then he's doing 25.9%, quite high compared to the next
Aladwa.
candidate, Aladwa of ODM.
Excuse the typo, by the way, that's George Aladwa.
Yes, 9.9% favorite to win, and a distant Mutinda Kavemba at 2.4%. So this is for the Senate race. Let us look at what is happening in the race for woman representative in Nairobi. This lady may not be on the ballot, according to what we know inside Jubilee. This lady has not been talking about running again for the Nairobi woman representative, but those who are polled still see her as the Nairobi woman representative. What she's been doing in the recent weeks is to organize the Team Nairobi for Jubilee. So we don't think she will be on the ballot, but people say that if she were on the ballot, she would be the favorite to win. Very, very high up there at 36.7%, followed by Millicent Omanga, 12.8%, Karen Nyama, 2.6%, Wangui Nganga at 3.0%, and Beatrice Kwamboka at 3.5%. But this is exactly what you are talking about. This is what you are talking about. These are the members of parliament who may make it back, according
so these ones will make it back?
Yeah, they are doing well over 50% support right now.
Okay, so these are 7.
Very, very likely they will come back. These are 7 people who may be sitting pretty if nothing changes. But we are still maybe 4 months away.
The status quo remains the same, okay.
So Tim Wanyonyi of ODM in Westlands may come back easily. Ken Okoth, Kibra may come back easily. Now, this is an interesting story. Do you know why?
Why? Because of Rosemary Odinga?
Because Rosemary Odinga has declared interest in this seat. So people know that Rosemary Odinga may be on the ballot, but they still say this gentleman may come back. People say he's done a lot for Kibra constituency.
Especially in education.
Yeah, very eloquent gentleman, so we'll see. And then Tom Kajwang, also of ODM in Ruaraha, Stephen Kariuki. Now, it says ODM at the end there, but that is just in name. This gentleman is now in Jubilee.
Yeah, that's the party under which he was elected.
We don't know whether his change of party may affect his popularity.
Okay.
We don't know that, we'll see, but people still support him for Madari to come back. Simba Arati for Dagoretti North may come back. George Teuri for Mbakasi West may come back. And Yusuf Hassan Abdi Kamukunji.
So which ones are in the red?
Now, this is where the problem is. These are the first 5 of the 10 gentlemen who may not see Parliament, at least as elected members, if the poll is anything to go by. Dennis Waweru, now this may have a reason behind it because right now he's not on the ground campaigning to be a member of parliament.
Yeah.
He wants to be governor.
The governor.
So
Nairobi.
maybe people are ruling him out because they already know he wants to be something else. But if you were to run again for MP, you may not make it. According to the poll, according to the people who are speaking. Minor Commander Sare, the gentleman who was fighting with Mike Sonko in Bomas today, may not come back.
Okay.
According to the poll. James Gakuya Embakasi North may not come back. John Chege Kasarani may not come back. This is Waihenya Ndirangu may not come back. But there's another 5.
Another lot.
Yes. Benson Mutura Makadara TNA may not come back. John Ndirangu Embakasi Central may not come back.
Irshad Ali Sumra.
This gentleman fought for years to get to parliament until Embakasi, the formerly very large constituency, was divided into several.
That's how he. Okay.
Then he came. Then now people are saying he may not come back. I don't know whether he'll be crying tonight, but this is
maybe
just
they're
an
not giving him a very
poll.
good scorecard.
Then Joshua Lum Langata may not be coming back, and John Omondi Embakasi East also, according to the poll, may not be coming back. These guys are doing 22% against 50-something who are saying,
Okay.
So this, finally, this is the picture. I wish not to speak too much about this because this is not me. This is the opinion for saying NASA is now less popular in Nairobi than Jubilee. I don't know whether this is because NASA is pretty much a new outfit in terms of the deal they've made to be together.
Now, I was speaking to some analysts today, and they're saying probably it's because of the fact that they have not really named their flag bearer. So that uncertainty is making people uncomfortable. But do you know that NASA supporters traditionally in Kenyan, opposition supporters in Kenyan politics pretty much remain the same in Nairobi. They rarely ever change despite who Raila who the flag
supports.
bearer is.
For example, if Raila says today, Wetangula Tosha, the support for NASA may not change. It will still be the same people just moving from supporting Raila to supporting Wetangula. So I suspect that if this opinion poll is anything to go by, these numbers may stay like this for a long time until something really big changes. So Jubilee at 43%, NASA at 40%. But if we are talking about 2 million people, the projected the population, at least according to last year's numbers in Nairobi, 3% is a very big percentage. But then realize there's 7.6 who are undecided. That is a very, these are people who either they may not vote or they are waiting to see what happens in NASA. Because there are people who are saying that if anything happens and Raila Odinga is not on the ballot, then they switch. There are those who are saying if anything happens and Kalonzo is not the man, they switch. So this 7.6% and a good number of this 40%, still thinking. Noah, thank you so much. Of course, we look forward to doing more of this as we head towards the general election.